Welcome to Spiritual Success, the podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia Stant. As a dedicated student of metaphysics, I have skillfully honed my intuition, mastered the art of meditation, and cultivated a disciplined spiritual practice that has led me to become a multi-seven-figure top sales producer. Today, I work with thousands of business professionals, entrepreneurs, and their teams to up-level their sales game and create magic in their business and life. On this show, you will see that all success truly happens when you authentically align with your intuition. So come, be vulnerable, be open-minded, and allow success to pour through you here on Spiritual Success. Hi, successful souls. Okay, so in my opinion, I think this may be the most important podcast that I've hosted yet. Clearly, this topic is going to be super close to my heart, and I hope you are listening closely. So we talk about it, right? I mean, I'm pretty grateful for everything that's happened in my life, for all the opportunities, but I also know it came with doing work, right? But I also know it came with trusting in my intuition, being at the right place at the right time with the right people, and making sure that I was always open and vulnerable and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? So we talked about this a lot, and you're like, yeah, Cynthia, I know all this. Now, here's the thing. This is not to toot my own horn, but this is what I wanted to really share with you, okay? When it comes to reaching your potential, I am nowhere near my potential, okay? That's why every single day I am working more and harder, and just really at the same time, just pushing myself to be the best version of myself. Now, harder doesn't mean it's not fun. Okay, I choose to work that hard, okay? I want to make that correction right away. And no, it's not quite about hustling, right? It's more about aligning and being in that flow. And that doesn't mean you're not working, but it means that you are being creative, that you are being called, and you have this higher power that is really emerging through you. So when it comes to my success, please remember, and we talked about this before, but success is not just financial, right? It's not just what you're doing in business and in your company. It can be in all areas of your life. It can be health and fitness. It can be in personal relationships, whether that's romance or it's your family or even friends. It is with the goals that you set for intentions for yourself, okay? Success is in all different areas. And so what I want you to learn about me as your host is that I strive for the best. So for me, it is pretty fun to say, but I am a multi-seven-figure sales producer, right? I got to the top of my career, and I'm always still growing and wanting more and learning more. And again, when it comes to sales, it's so based on intuition. It's not necessarily about, selling to somebody and that's it. It's really just about being the start of their success journey and really having that emotional connection. Now, that is fun to say, but also, I don't know if you guys know this about me, kind of being really vulnerable with you, but I have lost 75 pounds after my first son was born. To be honest, I was super young. I was 22, I believe, when I was pregnant with my first son. And guys, I had to stop drinking, I had to stop partying. None of my friends would hang out with me. And at the time, I was a manager at an upscale restaurant. So I just ate all the time. Definitely not a good thing to do, but I promise you, with really becoming aligned with my intuition and really mastering meditation, I was able to raise my vibration. What happens when you raise your vibration, you need to make sure your body is strong enough to take on those higher frequencies. And naturally, you start eating better and getting more active. It just comes in line with it. But okay, so obviously career's gone well, fitness has gone a lot better. I'm always striving to do even better in that. But also love life. I mean, you guys don't know my husband too much yet, but I'm telling you, Joey is the love of my life. And I only dated him for like 3 months before we decided to get married. I knew from the bottom of my heart that he was the person I was supposed to be with, that I was to have a family with, that I was supposed to grow with. And he is my, my teammate. He is my best friend. I believe he's, my other half. And the thing is, my intuition told me that he was the one. I took the leap of faith and I just felt connected on it. Intuition, it's so key. Do you understand? Now, it's also when it comes to growing my own business, when it comes to hiring people, right? Megan is my team member. Everybody knows Megan inside the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. Guys, I knew she was the person I am working with, and I'm so grateful that she's part of my team, but I was following the signs that led up to her. She literally, like, I dreamt her up. Mentors that I have worked with, there's no such thing as coincidence. I literally dreamed them up and I created them. And they have helped me to become to where I am. It's understanding that when you are working with clients, if you have your own business or if you're in sales, that there are certain ones that you need to prioritize. Not all leads are treated the same, but how do you know which one to really put your time and energy on? It's understanding and trusting your intuition. Okay. So again, all of these areas of success, it came from truly understanding not only business and knowing myself, but really understanding energy. I think that's so important that we understand that there is a mix of success and spirituality. I mean, hence the name of the show, right? Spiritual success. But the thing is, it's really important to understand that they go hand in hand. In order to be successful, you need to understand energy or spirit or universal concepts, whatever you want to name it, energy, okay? The thing is, for me, if I could teach you one thing and one thing only, no, believe it or not, it is not to necessarily sell, okay? I do think it's important to sell, okay? If you can learn to sell, then you'll be good for life. But the number one thing that I could teach you from the bottom of my heart that I feel like I could make a huge difference in this world would be to master meditation. It changed my life. All of these things that I just named to you, and I could probably throw in a million more that at such a young age I was able to achieve, is the fact that I have honed my craft and I really disciplined my mindset when it comes to putting my attention on meditating daily. I know you've heard me say it before, and if you haven't, please write this down. And if you're hearing it again, don't worry, consistency and repetition is the key to your success, okay? That's how we learn. But meditation is to your soul what food and water is to your body. It is that important. And I cannot tell you, you know, I do not go a whole day without eating, okay? And you definitely drink, water, all of that to nourish your body every single day. You need to be doing that to your soul. Every single thing that you want, all of your dreams, all of your hopes, all of your desires, all of your goals, everything in success is on the other side of mastering meditation. I kid you not, okay? What are we talking about here? And this is something I really wanted to make sure that I'm helping to bring a bigger awareness on. I really, like I said, I feel like this is my life purpose, is that several people will come to me and say, Cynthia, gardening is my meditation. And I think that is fantastic. If you love gardening, kudos to you. That's wonderful. You found something that really brings you peace of mind. But gardening is not meditation. And the thing is, a lot of times people will say, Cynthia, what guided meditations do you recommend? And the truth is, I don't. And that's okay. If that's where you're at and that makes you feel good, that's wonderful. And I'm not saying like, don't do something that doesn't feel good to you, right? Always be guided by your own intuition and what feels right. But guided meditations is not meditation. It is more like daydreaming or visioning or imagining, which is all super important. Same thing with prayer. Yes, prayer and meditation go hand in hand, but prayer is prayer. It is not meditation. Meditation is meditation, and meditation is the art of doing nothing. You heard me right. Literally nothing. It's all about turning off your thoughts and surrendering to just being, okay? And it's funny, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and this little idea came up in my mind, and I kind of wanted to share it here too. But if you think about a flower, right? A flower is constantly growing up. It is shooting towards the sun. It will move to the sun, right? You've seen those flowers do those little twirly bends wherever it needs to do to get to its higher self, right? To get to the source. And that's really what we're doing. We're all like little flowers and we're growing up. Now, what's interesting about flowers is that they naturally just know when to grow. They know when the seasons change. They know that they need to go towards the sun. Are they thinking? Are they thinking? No, they're not thinking. They don't have brains, right? They can't be thinking. They are just naturally doing it. Nature has no coincidences. Nature literally is intelligence. Universe is intelligence. It's consciousness. It is mathematical. There is no such thing as coincidence. There's no way whatsoever that you are listening to this right now if you are not meant to hear it. If you are listening, listen closely, right? Because it's important. You are here for a reason. The thing is, when you are able to surrender and let go of your thoughts, you let go of all resistance. Even the best thought in the entire world that you can personally imagine isn't even good enough to like the actual other possibilities. We are sitting in a sea of endless possibilities, but if you're so focused on just one outcome, you're going to limit all the wonderful things that could happen to you. And that's what meditation is. It's just understanding that you need to be that flower and you need to trust in nature and go towards the sunlight into your higher source and surrender, okay? It's not easy. When we say the word surrender, very often we get nervous, like, oh my gosh, that makes me be so vulnerable. Guys, vulnerability is your biggest superpower. That's where everything comes that's worth it. That's where all the magic happens. When you put the intention out there and you have full faith and trust that the universe has your back, right? Gabby Bernstein makes that very popular, has your back. But I mean, God, universe, source, whatever you want to label it, knows better than you do, okay? We talked about that before. Your ego is not your amigo. And what it's about is really just putting your attention out there, connecting to the divinity within you, and understanding that if you just be quiet, everything will align. Your vibration, your frequency will match to where it's supposed to be and not where you think it's supposed to be. You are saying, I trust that I can be okay and that I am being guided. Again, nothing is coincidental. So if you allow it to happen, it will happen. Rather than fighting it, don't force yourself to swim upstream. Guys, come with me. The water's fine. Sit on your little raft and drink a pina colada on the way down. Personally, I like a margarita with salt on the rim, okay? I want you to float. I want you to chill. I want you to understand it doesn't have to be that hard. The only person that's making it hard is you, the one labeling it as hard, okay? So when you start meditating, and I do this with my clients all the time, it's my number one favorite thing to teach because it is the start of all of your success in all areas. It's really just understanding that 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Could you imagine that for 20 minutes a day, you could change your life drastically starting in 2 weeks? I promise you, if you learn the way that I teach, within 2 weeks, every single client of mine, 2 weeks, they started noticing the synchronicities, the magic. They started noticing that everything is the way it's supposed to be. And if you take down those blinders and start building your awareness, you'll start seeing them. Be open to the possibilities, right? And stop labeling everything and listening to all the thoughts that you're creating instead of just being. Just be, just experience, and you'll start seeing a lot more. So what I want to do, oh, wait. I can read your mind. I already know what you're saying. You said 20 minutes, Cynthia? 20 minutes of doing nothing? Yes, 20 minutes. You'll also often hear me say, if you don't have 20 minutes to meditate, then that probably means you need to be meditating for an hour. Okay, because that's how much you're starving yourself. That's how much you need nourishment. That's how much you really need to do this, because the more that you do this, things get easier. You'll be at the right place at the right time. You'll start a conversation with that one person you don't even know why, who ends up being the next love of your life, or the love of your life, or the next partner, or the next client, right? You will know that if you start trusting in this, it will start lining up, okay? It's not about hustling, it's about aligning. So if this is making sense to you, if you're like, yes, I'm tired of the excuses, if yes, I want to find success in all areas, not just in business and in fitness and in relationships, but like literally to hit my goals, I'm tired of feeling like I'm swimming upstream all the time and I want to ride with Cynthia and drink margaritas on the way down, then come with me. I would like to personally invite you. Again, you ask and you shall receive. I've listened to so many of you, and I love the fact that you're connecting with me and Megan inside the Facebook group, the Spiritual Success Sorority. In there, we are hosting the Mastering Meditation for Success workshop. Guys, this is going to be the best thing I think I've ever done in my life. I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I am showing up. If you guys bring it, I will bring it. And the energy is going to be off the chains, okay? But the thing is, what I'm excited about is really, if I could teach you one thing, this is it. If I could help you to understand that you have so much potential and you have such a bigger vision than what you're trying to constantly think of and create, it's just waiting to emerge through you. And I'm going to be here to help you to learn how to surrender to it, to turn off your thoughts. I'm going to help you do little tactical things to get better at it and to really be committed to it. And at the same time, we're going to go over what it is and what it isn't and what you can be doing, right? To really get started. That's all it takes, is just get in motion, okay? What gets in motion stays in motion. It's really important to make sure that we are focusing on mastering meditation. So inside my Facebook group, which many of you have already joined, and I love it so much. Again, love connecting with all of you in there. I've been jumping on calls with so many of you. I want to know where you're at in your spiritual journey. I want to know what goals you're setting for yourself to achieve success. I want to know, if you own your own business, what your goals are with your clients. And remember, you're not just the CEO of your business, you're the CEO of your life. So if you don't have a business, that's okay. Everyone and anyone is welcome. And yes, it's called sorority, but that does not mean I'm keeping any of the men out. You guys are welcome to join. I'm telling you, mastering meditation is gonna be so much fun. So here are the details. It is going to take place starting August 17th. This is 2020. And it is going to be right inside the Facebook group, okay? I'm going to have worksheets for you. It's going to be like a blueprint for you so that you're not sitting there not paying attention, right? Again, it's all about being focused and just being. I don't need you taking a million notes, not, really listening to what's happening. So I'm going to have worksheets for you that you can fill in the blanks. I'm going to have a concierge for you. That's right, your own personal concierge. You're going to come into the group. My team members are going to reach out to you and they are going to make sure that you are getting all your questions answered. They'll probably connect you on a call with me for connection calls. I love my group members and I want to, again, connect with you, learn about you. They're going to be there to answer all your questions, not only during the workshop, but leading up to it too. We want to make sure that we're learning about you so that we can customize the whole workshop for you, because we know everybody's story is different, right? And we can't just cookie cutter this. We're going to make sure that it's personal for you. So if it's the focus that you're having issues with, if it's the time management that you're having issues with, let us know, because we want to make sure that we're really focusing on that during the workshop. But again, I feel so called to do this. My intuition is guiding me to do this. I feel so like my life has so much meaning doing this. So I appreciate all of you. And if you're just ready, you're ready to just understand how meditation can change your life, I encourage you to come join us. So one more time, it'll be in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. We'll be starting August 17th. I will make sure that there is a link here below in this podcast write-up and also on the video for you to get registered. You're going to get registered so we can send you the worksheets, which are the blueprint for you to be filling out. Again, a team member will be there to support you. And just so you know, this isn't just a one-day thing. Nothing in life comes quickly like that, okay? What I want to make sure we know is that it's going to be about 5 days. It's going to be 5 days, so it's going to start August 17th. It's going to go, that's a Monday. It's going to go through Friday. We're going to be meeting daily. Now, I'm letting people inside the group vote right now what time they think it is the best time for them to see it, because I want to make sure that you're available. I want to make sure that I am doing this for you so you can be there. Right now, it sounds like the vote is going for 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I'll make sure I definitely confirm that before we get started. So about a month out, I hope to see you in there. I'm excited to create this connection with you. I'm excited to be the start of your success journey. If I can do one thing in my life with you, it would be teach you how to meditate. So come, be vulnerable, open up your hearts, clear your minds, get connected with the people in that group. Guys, everybody in there is so inspirational, so amazing. It's a good bunch of people. And come connect with me. Tell me your story. What are you working on? What are you excited about? What would meditation and all these things that I just described today mean for you in your life? I want to hear that. I want to know that. I want to make sure that we are putting the energy behind this to really support you and help to keep you accountable. Okay? Come, come, come. I cannot wait to see you there. Change your life. Meditation is the answer. Well, I appreciate you listening to this today. I hope to, if you want something, you never hope for it, right? I know that, you know that. So I will see you there at the workshop. I cannot wait for that. And again, I'm going to finish today like I always do and always will with my personal mantra. And yes, we will discuss mantras inside the Mastering Meditation for Success workshop. Here it is, guys. Say it with me. Acknowledge it, embrace it, see it through. Bye, successful souls. Hey, successful soul. Before you head to the next episode of Spiritual Success, be sure to come join me and other like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals in my Facebook group called Spiritual Success Sorority. Everyone is welcome. And if you're loving the show, you're going to love the group even more. There, I'll be engaging with you weekly in live shows, listening to your input for new weekly topics, and hosting exclusive workshops for members only. So if you're looking to really up-level your financial and personal success, meet me on over in the Spiritual Success Sorority Facebook group. See you on the inside.